Always a never-ending drama in Nigeria's political space. We're glad to have you back on Political Arena, where we dissect political developments. Do well to subscribe, like, share, and join the conversation in the comments. Nigeria's political storm continues to rage. After 6 months of suspension, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has returned to the Senate, but controversy refuses to take a back seat. Now, the prominent Yoruba socio-political group Afenifere is demanding answers. They have officially joined the group chat. Did Natasha lie against Senate President Godswill Akpabio, or is there more to this saga? This is the question Afenifere is asking. In a statement issued a few days ago, Kole Omololu, Afenifere's National Organizing Secretary, welcomed the Senate's decision to end Natasha's 6-month suspension. The group called it a reinforcement of the rule of law, a principle Nigeria's democracy must uphold. But Afenifere isn't stopping there. They've raised serious concerns about Natasha's allegations of sexual harassment against Akpabio. Afenifere is asking, this is 6 months down the line. Where are the facts and where is your evidence? The group also reminded Nigerians of Natasha's past false sexual harassment allegations against former presidential spokesman Reno Mokri, which led to an out-of-court settlement. Afenifere questions whether the history casts doubt on her latest claims. The group further criticized Natasha for going public on international platforms like BBC, CNN, and Sky News, saying it paints Nigeria in a negative light on the global stage. They also raised eyebrows over her attendance at the Interparliamentary Union sessions in New York, questioning whether she was properly nominated. So Afenifere is saying, Natasha, this is 6 months. You would have to bring your evidence forward, and when brought forward, Akpabio would have to be probed. So with the Senate set to resume in October, several pressing questions remain. Will Senate President Godswill Akpabio submit himself to an independent investigation? And will the federal government drop criminal defamation charges against Natasha? Will Akpoti-Uduaghan present the evidence and facts that she claims she has? And perhaps most importantly, can the Senate focus on legislative duties without letting the saga derail its agenda? Afenifere has urged the Nigerian police, DSS and NIA to investigate Natasha's claims both locally and internationally. A call that could escalate this matter to a national reckoning. This is far from over. As the drama unfolds, Political Arena will keep you updated on every twist and turn in the Natasha Akpabio saga. Stay tuned, because in Nigerian politics, the story is never just black and white. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Akpabio face an independent probe, or is this saga already closed? Let's hear from you. See you on the next one.
I thought that by submitting the petition, he would recuse himself, and both of us will submit ourselves to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition for a fair and transparent investigation. But unfortunately, I was silenced and I was suspended. I was suspended for 6 months, amongst many other stringent conditions, such as taking away my security, taking away all the officials, vehicles and other items that were handed over to me as a senator. My salaries will be cut off. I must not appear anywhere near the National Assembly. And for 6 months, I'm not to introduce myself or present myself as a senator locally in Nigeria or internationally. That means I'm here illegally. But I had no other place to go but to come here and speak to you women, because this is a bigger picture. This is a bigger picture. It depicts the crisis of women political representation. My suspension is not just about me. It's about the systemic exclusion of women from political leadership in Nigeria. Women make up 3.6% of political offices, and in the Senate, it's just 2.8. We have 109 men, and only 4 of us are women. So right now, it's 108 with only 3 women. This is a clear case of political victimization, punishment for speaking out against impunity, corruption, and gender-based violence. The United Nations Declaration 48/104 declares sexual harassment as a form of gender violence. The Senate's actions are an assault on democracy. I was elected by my constituents to represent them, yet a few powerful men have unilaterally decided to silence their voices by suspending me for 6 months. My call for an open and transparent investigation into harassment allegations have been met with hostility instead of accountability. If a female senator can be treated this way in the full view of the world, imagine what ordinary Nigerian women will go through every day in workplaces, in universities, and other aspects of our society. A culture of harassment and silencing must end. And this is not just a Nigerian issue. It is a global one. Women in politics, media, and businesses face threats, intimidation, and violence for simply demanding fairness.